On your website on 9/11, you had a blog post that basically blamed the United States for 9/11. On your website yesterday, you said that it was our actions that brought about the actions of 9/11. Now, Congressman Paul, that is irresponsible. A president of the United States someone who's running for the president of the United States in the Republican Party should not be parroting what Osama bin Laden said on 9/11. We are not being attacked, and we were not attacked because of our actions. We were attacked, as Newt talked about, because we have a civilization that is antithetical to the civilization of the jihadists. And they want to kill us because of who we are and what we stand for. And we stand for American exceptionalism. We stand for freedom and opportunity for everybody around the world. And I am not ashamed to do that. 30 seconds.
So, you just moved to a new neighborhood, and you've decided that you would like to set up your very own violent gang to prey on the peaceful people who live there. That's pretty ambitious, but with so many productive and defenseless people just walking around with their own money, how can you really resist? Before you begin, let me offer you one free piece of advice. And I have to admit, I'm not a violent, sociopathic megalomaniac. So when it comes to your goals, I can't tell you how to do everything. But I have studied history. And through that study, I've recognized a pattern and a practice that has been present on this planet for many, many centuries. And if you understand this, I believe it could help you achieve your goals. You see, the primary obstacle to being a successful predator is that most people, almost all people, are just not like you. They don't behave in an aggressive manner towards other people, and you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. And when a group of persons identifies some other persons as dangerous outsiders, they use pronouns like they, them, and their when they talk about those outsiders and the actions of those outsiders. And let me tell you, if you are going to be successful, this practice of using the English language properly is gonna have to go. When people persist with this annoying habit of using pronouns correctly, they will always be very difficult to control. So what you need to do is break them of that habit. Give them new pronouns to use when talking about you and your fellow gang members and your actions. Instead of they, them, and their, insist that the people refer to you and your gang with the pronouns we, us, and our. Now, of course, I understand the inherent challenge for you as a criminal predator, getting peaceful and non-aggressive people to use language that suggests that you and them share some kind of common bond. And when I say it out loud, it almost sounds impossible, but I'm confident that you can find a way to do it. And once this practice is adopted, a beautiful thing will start to happen. The line between predator and prey will begin to blur. Over time, it will disappear completely. The people will actually see your actions as their actions. They will begin to identify with you. So much so, in fact, that if somebody came into the neighborhood and tried to reveal to people the truth about the immorality and irrationality of your gang and its activities, they would be booed and attacked and silenced by the very people who are the most direct victims of your activities. It's kind of adorable. And even if the egregious nature of your operation becomes so visible and so palpable that they can no longer deny it, They will even tell themselves stories about how they can change the gang. Because after all, they are the gang. And I know it seems like a lot of amazing work for one little 2-letter word to accomplish. But I assure you, it works. Oh, but I know what you're thinking. You're saying there's no way people could remain this ignorant forever. All right, you got me. So one more free piece of advice. Instead of just one collective identity based on lies and empty mythologies, get the people to split themselves into 2 collective identities based on lies and empty mythologies, and then encourage them to start fighting each other. They'll be so busy, distracted and confused and antagonistic towards one another that they will never stop and get together to realize their obvious common enemy. Nice. So hey, good luck. Maybe just a few quick warnings before you get started. First of all, this is not a novel idea. And honestly, there really isn't anywhere left on the planet where it isn't already being tried. Also, if you have any success, or if you fail, you will probably be consumed by a larger and more violent gang sooner or later. Sucks, but, that's sort of the nature of this thing.
My rhyme ain't good just yet, my brain and tongue just met, and they ain't friends so far. My words don't travel far, they tangle in my hair and tend to go nowhere. They grow right back inside, right past my brain and eyes into my stomach juice, where they don't serve much juice. No healthy calories, nutrition values, and I absorb back in the words right through my skin. They sit there festering inside my bowels, the consonants and vowels. The consequence of sounds, the consonants and vowels. The consequence of sounds.